2 feet, and Kudus goes down. Now Ghana have a penalty, and will it be? I mean, you've got to be very confident to take the penalty this time, because everyone remembers Gian's miss, everyone remembers Jonathan Mensah's miss, everyone remembers John Mensah's miss. Wow. So those 3 misses really are the misses that they have to forget about right now. Ghana have a penalty again against Uruguay, but it's not Fernando Muslera in goal. It's Sergio Rochet this time in goal, the goalkeeper for CD Nacional in Uruguay. It's Ghana with the penalty in the 18th minute. Took about 2 minutes to check there. And of course, now we have to wait and see. Luis Suarez is protesting the penalty. Darwin Núñez as well is protesting.
All right, let me go back to Dr. Larry Zamaje. What is the downside of actually not being able to score this penalty?
Well, it will certainly affect the boys, because a goal at this time of the game will help your heart. A miss will make you remember what happened to Asamoah when they played in 2010. And so this will uplift the spirits of the boys, more so since they didn't power out on full throttle. So it will be very, very good for Ayew, based on the experiences he's had. Over 100 caps for his country. Got to do this for Africa. Got to do this for Ghana to indeed strike well.
All right, and of course it is André Ayew, yes, who is hoping, the skipper of the team, who is hoping to actually just make it one for Ghana against Uruguay. Will it be a goal? I guess we'll find out soon enough. But of course, the Ghanaian fans must have their hearts in their mouth at this moment, and they must be very hopeful that Ayew can do it for them. Of the Ghanaian team from 12 years ago. Yeah.
And Sports Amazon, once again, the penalty saved. Sergio Rochet stopped André Ayew from the penalty spot. Wow. And it's all over again. Full circle completed. Dede took the up, skip and step route, took the run, stuttered a bit, struck it with his left leg, but Sergio Rochet guessed correctly, and now the goalkeeper has redeemed himself. 20 minutes on the clock, Ghana 0, Uruguay 0, another Ghanaian missed penalty against La Celeste of Uruguay.
How bad will this affect them mentally, Dr. Larry?
Very, 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 very. You see, I was going to say this is the time for Partey to step out. I always fear when the man taking the penalty kick uses the left leg. When the player has stopped, there was a change of intention. When you change your mind, that's what you have.
You did say one time that there's a psychology to actually taking penalties. You said that in the past. You know, it's all about making a decision where to put it.
Yes, when you go, you've taken your spot and then you go. In this case, the penalty was not very well taken. He had a change of mind, running to the ball. It was not the normal style for which we know Jorginho. Not the one where you jump and then you make the keeper move and you kick. No, pace was not there, and he didn't hit hard. He didn't go to the very far corner of the post. So many things were wrong.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Dr. Larry.
And of course, you know, in this kind of game, the mind also fails players. So the mind too failed him, and that affected the kick.
Wow. Let's hope they get back in the game, because, like you said, mentally, this will really affect them. Let's hope.
Yeah, but the way to beat Uruguay is to have self-belief. Know that this is a real game. You see, now they have their chance, and they may not miss.
Wow. FJ, update.
Yes, indeed, Sports Amazon. Darwin Núñez was put clean through on goal by Fede Valverde. Received the pass. It was a Ghanaian turnover there. Valverde battled for the ball in the middle of the park after he failed to clear his lines. Daniel Amartey. Darwin Núñez was clean through on goal. Went for the jink with his right foot. The ball wasn't fast enough. Didn't travel fast enough. Lawrence Ati-Zigi was beaten. And quickly, I mean, you definitely call your biggest men to take you and bail you out of the mess. It was Mo Salisu who was their fastest, jersey number 4. Cleared the ball before he went further and traveled into the net. Ghana survived. It's Ghana 0, Uruguay 0. Corner for the Uruguayans at this point in time, who now seem to be riding on the crest of the wave as far as that one is concerned. 23 minutes on the clock.
Wow.
You know, I always say I have problems with Lawrence Ati-Zigi, the way it comes out. I don't know, against Portugal I did the same thing. When you come out easily like that, you make it easy, a straight one. Your men are after the Uruguayan men, just stay a bit, then force him to come. He will be under pressure. Any small thing, Ati-Zigi is bringing his mouth out. Any small thing, the only thing he wants to do is to come out.
That seems to be his default way of getting the
thing.
ball.
Yao Felix, if he had stayed a bit, the defender was already on the heels of Yao Felix. He was going to put pressure on the man, then force him to play nonsense. But eventually you come out, Yao Felix had no other option than just quickly, get him off, and he scored. Today's the same thing. If not for the other defender, stay a bit. The defender's already there, pursue the man. Then they're able to get him. And Ati-Zigi will always come out. Jojo Wallacott is number 1, is injured. Ofori is out, is injured. That number 2 was former number 1. Then Ati-Zigi all of a sudden finds himself here, and he's doing all of this.
God
so
gave you
chance to take it, but then somehow.
All right, let me ask Julius, what do you have to say about all Dr. Larry Zamoje has explained? He says mentally this could affect them, and they have to find a way to fight back in this game.
Definitely. We were all expecting Ayew to score that one because it will help in fighting for the win, especially in this game. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to convert that. It was a poor penalty from my own point of view. There was no pace. He moved to the ball as if he wasn't convinced enough that he was going to score. And like Doctor said, I think he changed his mind midway while he was running, and decided to change to the other angle, and that's the reason why the goalkeeper was able to catch the ball. But I think let's see for the few minutes, let's see if Ghana will be able to pick themselves up after that penalty miss. Let's see if they'll be able to pick themselves up. Normally they will be able to pick themselves up so that they will win this game.
All right, soon later on during the course of the game, we'll still get back to Dr. Larry Zamoje, who's been bringing his top analysis into the game. He's the chief analyst for this coverage. But in the meantime, please join in and let's hear your views. If you're on Facebook, drop your comments. Let's read from you. FJ with the updates.
Yes, Sports Amazon Korea had a goal and it was cancelled. But Uruguay have taken the lead, and Georgian De Araceta is the one with the goal. Once again, yes, it was coming. The ball fell kindly down the right to the Uruguayans. Well built up. Facundo Pellistri at the out of everything, placed the cross into the box. Luis Alberto Suarez Diaz received the ball in the box on the left-hand side, took the control with his left, brought it to his right, fired straight at the goalkeeper Ati-Zigi. Once again, he was coming out just like Inga Sports advised him not to do. He comes out, punches the ball onto the path of Georgian De Araceta, who was just so happy, all happy on his first start in this World Cup to just bundle the ball home. It's Ghana 0, Uruguay 1, and the Ghanaians have been caught on the break. Once again, it was another turnover in the middle of the park. This time from Jordan Ayew, who turned the ball over, and it was just very lackadaisical there, and the ball quickly rubbed off him by Jose Maria Giménez, set out Facundo Pellistri, who found Luis Suarez, and now it is Ghana 0, Uruguay 1.
All right, that's the situation. It's 26 minutes gone, and Ghana is they're trailing. But I think they have a way of still finding their way back whenever they trail. Let's hope it's enough for them today against Uruguay. But of course, let's get to hear from you. Call us 090-40,889, 090-41,889. We've got more updates in the other game between South Korea and Portugal.
Yes, indeed, Sports Amazon. Korea had a goal initially disallowed. This one is definitely going to stand, and Cristiano Ronaldo is having none of it as far as it's concerned. Paulo Bento, he just clenched his fist in celebration. Once again, it's from a set piece. Korea Republic have been threatening from set pieces. Lee Kang-In with a perfectly delivered corner. Jersey number 9, who of course worked his magic in the previous game. Gue-Sung was the one who tried to connect his head to it. His head misses it. Ronaldo deflects it onto the path of a man who was all just too happy to convert the opportunity. Jersey number 20, Kyun-Gwon was the one who got the goal there. And Kwon-sang has made it 1-1 for, Young-Gwon Kim. That's the name, not Young-Kwon. Young-Gwon Kim. Kim-sang was the one who got the goal. It's 1-1 right now between Korea and Portugal. What a group. 20 30 minutes in. What a game.
Yes, we did say this was one of the group of deaths for this World Cup, and it is game on for South Korea and Portugal. Even though Portugal have already advanced, they will be hoping to, of course, finish good to top the group. And, of course, South Korea are hoping that the spirit of upset falls upon them. Let's quickly get to hear from Babafemi Raji, the topmost striker, who is joining us. I know he's got something to say about Ghana. They took on Ghana. They lost to Ghana. We lost.
No, Nigeria did not lose. Nigeria did not lose to Ghana.
Okay, well, we
The ticket
did
was
not get
lost
the
to
tickets.
Ghana.
Yeah, we did not get the ticket.
Nigeria never lost to Ghana.
It still felt like a loss, though.
Anyway,
That's euphemism. That's euphemism.
anyway.
Easy. It's feminism.
But I believe you must know a thing or two about them.
All right, quick one. I think the problem here is organization. That's been the bane of the Ghanaian squad.
Okay.
Organization has been poor so far in this game. You don't try to string passes and throw passes into empty spaces. You only control what you possess.
Yes.
You understand? It's difficult to control a game against the South Americans this way, where you want to try to string 2-3 passes and you depend heavily on your physical abilities more than what you can do up there or with your feet. And that's what is really working against Ghana. What will happen in the next couple of minutes will be outright dominance by Uruguay and a second goal by Uruguay, unless something is done. When you say something is done, hold the ball. When you have the ball in your position, in your half, hold the ball, control the ball. Don't play passes into empty spaces. Get the ball to your man. And enough of the zonal marking. If you want to man mark. When you lose possession, they lose possession so often. So easily. Like you wonder if they took Kenke coming to this game. So what they should do is, once you have possession, control the possession and try to ensure you get to the final third before you perhaps maybe lose it. Don't just lose carelessly. Organization is very key in this game, and Otoado has a whole lot of job to do in ensuring this team plays like this. Now they play wide. They're not playing compact. Once you hold the ball, play compact. So why they're playing wide is because they're playing into empty spaces. And once you play a pass into empty space, it's a 50-50 ball. It's no longer your own ball. It belongs to you 50% and to you by 50%.
All right, it's all about organization, according to Babafemi Raji, and something they need to work on. Yes, indeed. What do you have to say about this, Julius? Two things now being said. First, Dr. Larry Zamoje said they are playing with too much respect for Uruguay, and now Babafemi is saying, well, they need to hold on to possession and not play into open spaces. You know, they need to work on their organization. What do you say?
First of all, okay, I think there was no seriousness right from the blast of the whistle. They were too nonchalant with their approach to this game. Maybe they were thinking they were going to win. That's the second goal. That just.
Oh yes, just like Babafemi said it. The second goal was coming in, and it's finally here. FJ.
Yes, indeed, Sports Amazon. The second goal is here, and it's the same guy, Georgian de Araceta, is the one who's given Uruguay a second goal. The ball was a lofted ball to Darwin Nunez. Took it under control for Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez found Georgian de Araceta on his blind side, and Araceta just volleyed it, smashed it against the floor to make it 2-0. Once again, we might be talking about the Nigerian goalkeeping problem, but Ghana have a hell of a problem in goal. Lawrence Ati-Zigi is a terrible goalkeeper. He had no business not saving that. That, of course, has made it 2-0. And the Ghanaian players are downcast. The Ghanaian bench downbeat. The fans, they look dead and buried. I mean, they just look absolutely distraught as it is. What I'm the most concerned about, Sports Amazon, is the outlook of Otoado, the Ghanaian coach. He doesn't look confident at all. Immediately after the penalty misses, looked very, very downbeaten, so unhappy as it is at the moment. But Georgian de Araceta has made it 2-0. This time, it's off his right foot. The first one was from his header. The second one was off his right foot. And Diego Alonso can scream for joy. It's Ghana 0, Uruguay 2. It's just 33 minutes played. And boy, we do have a long 90 minutes ahead.
Okay. Yeah, you did say the second goal was coming if they do not control their organization, and indeed it has happened. So Ghana are trailing by 2 goals, guys. Let's quickly get some stats on this one real quick. But before we do, I think the chief analyst has got something to say. Our Ghanaian brothers are trailing by 2 goals. Dr. Larry Zamoje, that's too much respect is beginning to show.
Hello.
Yes, Dr. Larry Zamaje. I said that too much respect is beginning to overshow for the Ghanaian side.
Well, Uruguay are just picking opportunities opened by the Ghanaian. There's a flaw in the tactical formation. Questions must now be asked. And if the coach of Ghana can hear me, or any Ghanaian can send this message to their coach, where now they send Seidu go, where Seidu they go, who send I go by Granot. Twice, the two goals. Seidu, you see, in elementary football, we were told, always watch your back. So you must know who is behind you. Right back was where I played, so I can understand this clearly. Seidu has been joining the attack and at times moving to join the central defenders. Twice, this Georgie guy who scored the goal raised his hands when the ball was in the midfield, raised his left hand to say in pidgin parlance, "I dey free all." So that is where the problem has been. The two goals were caused by the tactical error of Seidu. Seidu is overlapping too much and not looking behind to know who is locking. Lurking. So that's where the problem is coming from. And then in the midfield, they have pushed Mohamed Kudus to play in the attacking position, top 9. How do you find Kudus playing ahead of Iñaki Williams and at times Ayew, the Ayew brothers? It's not done. So there's a very big tactical error, and those who are on the bench for the coach of Ghana should be the ones speaking to him, because if you look closely into the man's eyes, he's not seeing clearly again. He's already dead.
Can we say perhaps, because I referenced you earlier when the last time you talked about Lamptey, the man who was playing 2, how a weak link he was, and I talked about how Seidu played match day 1, Lamptey entered. You spotted Lamptey last time out, he had to go out, Seidu entered. The coach decided to go for Seidu this time around, Lamptey to sit down. So it means Ghana's right full-back position perhaps might just be their Achilles heel, and they are just stuck with these 2 players, Seidu and Lamptey.
That is what we are seeing now. But Lamptey plays better than Seidu, more rated. But because he's been injured for a long time and just coming off injury, he's not been at his very best. But what we are seeing tonight is a Seidu. See him now in the center circle. See Seidu in the center circle. What is the right back doing in the center circle?
Getting easily out of position.
So he needs tactical discipline. Tactical discipline. I remember a crack joke. Who they say Granot here, I'm gonna carry Granot go.
So, Coach,
yes.
you the first game Ghana played in a back 5 against Portugal.
Yeah.
They played a back 5. Jiku was there. He was the extra man, and so we didn't see these flaws of Seidu or even Lamptey when they both came on. Do you think that was something they should have considered going into this game, given the magnitude of the game and given the fact that they know that they have a problem in that position?
Answer, yes. Again, yes. And again, yes. You see, when a man, you see, this thing affects different teams at different times. Our own Seidu, as good as he is, playing Champions League football at that time, he could not do very well against Ghana, particularly in the first leg match. If you remember, Nigeria-Ghana first leg.
Yeah, true.
Seidu did not do well. So certain things like this happen. You now need somebody to tell the boy, this is what you've got to do. Because at this point, a third goal, it is over. But if they're able to scramble one back, and then hats will be lifted again, and they'll just go for the second, and maybe get the third. But right now, even the coach himself is dazed. Those on the bench should now start doing the job.
Okay. Wow, wow,
Wahala day, wahala day.
Voila, plenty. All right, yes. Let's get back to the phone lines. Thank you, Dr. Larry. In fact, I'm even getting worried. Honestly, getting worried.
You know what funny thing I observed?
Honestly, getting worried with all that he just broke down.
I think you can even give it to the fans, Nigerian fans, whenever they go for games. Somehow they still look. I'm not saying the neutral fans now. So all the supporters club guys, give it to them. Even when it's down, they try to still continue to enjoy themselves.
Yes.
Ghana supporters club don't stop everything.
They switched off.
When they were about 5-10 minutes in, they were praying. At 5-10 minutes, they were praying.
They have down to there's a
Hey.
club of Ghana.
Wahala day.
You know.
He did well. They are, and just like Dr. Larry Zamaje said, even the coach is looking dazed. He's looking like, wow, he can't believe what's
He
going
did
on.
not bargain for this somehow.
Oh yeah, he never experienced, like we like to say in Nigeria. Anyway, let's get some calls. A lot of people are trying to reach us to let us in on their views. So let's go for this one. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, please. Welcome.
Yes, my name is Nico.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yes, I want to talk about Ghana. Ghana, I don't know. Ghana, they collect like 5 goals. They get the result here, then beat Nigeria. They want to go beat the guy. They want to they don't worry. And collect more. And Portugal, they expect Portugal to win. And I want Ronaldo to score second goal. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Thank you. All right, let's go to Facebook Live and get some live feeds, some recent live feeds right there.
Yeah, talking about the recent feeds right here on Facebook Live. It has been, a story of there was a downcast, like our favorite meme at that time. Yeah, Yakub Moro, he said, I pray Uruguay gets more goals while Korea wins against Portugal. Someone else is saying, we can't even use any, I'm talking about Yakub Moro. He said, we can't even use any of our local players in the game. Shame on us, Ghana. Well, Emmanuel Buka Izuka, he said, Ghana 2 goals down. Bye-bye. Jeffrey Baido, he said, come on, Ghana, we are not done. You can do this. Well, he says, Yakub Moro, he says, I'm a Ghanaian, but I fully support Uruguay to progress while Ghana returns home. Our economy doesn't deserve us to play in the World Cup. Jeffrey Baido, he's saying, come on, don't disgrace our country. And Roy Fred says, they should come back home. World Cup is not for the locals.
What do you mean? Hello, next caller.
Hello.
Welcome to Sports Radio. What's your name?
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
My name is Peter, calling from the Aten. Please, we're in Nigeria. One allows football and radio. We should use a language everybody understands. This language you are using like this is not about us to understand it. If you are pronouncing Ghana or this one, pronouncing the very way that Nigeria person and a layman Nigeria would understand it, please. We're in Nigeria.
I don't understand what you mean. Hold on. You can't just rant and not. We don't understand what you are saying. Explain it. Explain what you're saying.
Okay, I said it. If you are explaining something on radio for people to understand you, please, we're in Nigeria.
What are we speaking? Is this not English we are speaking? What are we speaking? Are we speaking?
Yeah, what I speak now, you can understand very clear. But your own, I don't understand you. I don't know what you're speaking last
We are speaking English.
We are speaking English.
So if you cannot understand English,
then there's a problem.
Yeah. But I feel he's just being very, very subtle. He's he's subtle. He's subtly dissing us. That sounded almost like a Ghanaian, but we'll not take that to heart. We are speaking English. You are speaking English. So I don't know what you mean. You're speaking.
He wants us to play.
No, it doesn't matter. What he's speaking is English. We are speaking English too. So if you don't understand, my brother, don't worry. Just keep listening. Don't call. And let other people that understand call us. Thank you. Anyway, still the FIFA World Cup coverage right here on your frequency of champions. It's 41 minutes already gone. Let's get some match update from FJ.
Yeah, you just speak English now.
Yes.
Okay.
She spoke 3. She spoke 3. Let's let you know, of course, a lot of action has happened since the second Uruguayan goal. As far as that one is concerned, Kudus belted a long-range shot in the 36th minute that hit Jose Maria Giménez and went beyond for a corner, but nothing came out of it. And of course, Ghana almost conceding a third goal. There's been a lot of challenges since the second goal there as far as it's concerned. And currently, Seidu has gone down after a tackle from Jose Maria Giménez just outside the Uruguayan box. He comes after there were tackles also as well for Luis Suarez, barged into Luis Suarez in the back there, Thomas Partey, but it was nothing more than body-to-body contact. But perhaps there might have to be a look. But the thing is, VR does not check yellow cards. If he checks yellows, perhaps you'd have had 2 Uruguayan players in the book. Let's also let you know, Ghanaian fan is saying 3-2. The game is going to end 3-2. Uruguay made a substitution. Rodrigo Bentenso has gone off injured for Uruguay, and it could be massive. Matthias Vecino replaced him, and this one, of course, was simply because Bentenso felt some discomfort in his groin, and before anything just happened, the bench decided to take a precaution and take him off. He's still on the bench, seating there, but it is Ghana 0, Uruguay 2, 43 minutes on the clock in that game. Let's let you know that South Korea are creating a plethora of opportunities against the Portuguese. They almost made it 2-1, but for good goalkeeping from Diogo Costa as well. And that came in the 29th minute, just immediately after the goal. And then in the 31st minute, Cristiano Ronaldo was put one-on-one with the South Korean goalkeeper Kim Seung-Gyu. It looked certain to score, but was denied by an excellent save. Well, that absolutely meant nothing after all, because he was totally offside. The man is an architect, constructed about a 3-story building there, and the goalkeeper was comfortable with the save. In the 34th minute, Diogo Costa launched the ball for Diogo Dalot. The fullback got the better of Jin-Su Kim, cut inside and then unleashed a rasping shot from distance, but Kim Seung-Gyu got down low. Lee Kang-In then, of course, got into the referee's book for a robust challenge on Vitinha that sent the Portuguese midfielder flying through the air. In the 40th minute, Son Heung-min had the opportunity, got a chance onto his left foot, and he shot through a thicket of bodies in the penalty area. However, Diogo Costa, he saw the ball a bit late, but was still able to gather the ball into his breadbasket. It is still South Korea 1, Portugal 1, 44 minutes on the clock, make that 45. And of course, it is Ghana 0, Uruguay 2, with the Uruguayans having just wasted an opportunity from a free kick that has now ended up in a corner in that particular part of town.
All right, thank you. We have almost 1,000 fans who are watching us on Facebook, and we must say thank you so much for watching us from anywhere at all that you're joining us in the world. Yes, thank you so much for all of your comments. I'll be reading some of them right now. Let's go for this one. It's coming from Ikechukwu Chibo. It says, I want Ghanaians to remove revenge on their minds and please focus on this game as they play. This is Olayode Samuel, and he says Ghana go chop and woto. And of course, Tochi Anyanwu says Ghana is coming home. Football is for men. Revenge, Bawu. And this one is coming in from let's go for this comment from Zinle Kubeka. He says thank you so much for teaching them a good lesson. Now wow. Anyway, another one is coming from Glorem Gloria says, please you guys give us a Skype line for Nigerians in diaspora to call in. You can still call in this one though, but in the meantime, don't worry, we'll work on that. But you can call in this number. Just make sure you put the +234. All right, so before you dial. So if you're out of Nigeria, just make sure you put that +234. All right, so another one. This is Victor Isaac. He says, I am Haitian. I'm a fan of Ghanaian football. Why are you cursing Ghana like this? We are not cursing them. You did not hear any curse from here. If there's anything, most of the people who are in here are rooting for Ghana to win. Julius Efoso Agawa is rooting for Ghana. And of course, I think you're rooting for Ghana. I'm rooting for Ghana. All right. So I don't know what you mean by cursing them. Okay. So anyway, let's go for another one. This is coming in from Waddle Trusty. It says, guys, Ghana away. And of course, let's quickly go for another one. This one is coming from Graphiels. It says Nigeria is missing Ghana. Come home. Let's watch the World Cup together. Now, wow. Anyway, let's quickly ask Julius. Dr. Larry Zamaje said something earlier about Seidu's position in discipline, his positioning and his tactical indiscipline. When you're in the thick of the game, and I know that players notice things even while they are playing, and you say this guy is overlapping, he's leaving his position. How do you handle that? How do you tell a teammate, to hold his own or not overlap with someone else's position?
Yes, okay. I think sometimes it's all about some players trying to play to the instruction of their coaches. Maybe in this game he was told to do that, and he was trying to impress the coach by doing that, and then they paid dearly for it because he has done it too much of it, and then that was the cost of them doing that. But when you are a player and you are on the pitch, you need to read the game. If a coach tells you to do something and you feel that if you do that thing at that particular time, it might not be favorable to your team. So you need to know when to do it and when not to do it. I think in that case, he didn't read the game properly, and for the most part, the first 45 minutes, he lost his position, by not knowing what he was doing.
Yeah.
And also Jordan, he was trying to do too much in the midfield. He's losing a lot of balls. He's trying to dribble in the middle of the park. You don't do that at this level of the game. You don't do that by trying to dribble in the midfield. That midfield is for you to keep possession, for your defenders to come in, and then you will now progress to the opponent half, so you can look for scoring opportunities, not to dribble. That's not the dribbling have to be in the third half of the pitch, where you are allowed to take on defenders, and then if you make a mistake, there will be a lot of bodies behind you. But in the midfield, if you lose any ball there, counter attack, you pay for it.
No.
I think that was just what happened.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's talk about the added minutes. How many minutes left in the game for Ghana, Uruguay, FJ?
Yes, 4 minutes. The 8 minutes have been added to the first half. There were a lot of incidents. The penalty check, obviously, the goal celebrations as well, and also a VAR check that went unchecked. Remember that incident on Seidu? There was a stamp from Georgian Daraseta on Seidu's chest. Should have been checked for malicious foul. And that was a potential red card check. The referee refused to check that one. So Ghana could have been playing against the 10-man Uruguay right now. But 4 minutes have been played of the 8 added minutes. It's Ghana 0, Uruguay 2. Meanwhile, it's half-time between South Korea and Portugal. 2 minutes were added there. The 2 minutes are done and dusted. South Korea 1, Portugal 1.
Okay. Any moment from now, the game will wrap up between, that's the first half will wrap up between Ghana and Uruguay just in a bit. But of course, I'm sure that in the dressing room, they need to re-strategize, talking about the Ghanaian side. If they need to get back into this fight. And the second half is going to, the Uruguayans would actually come out smoking. And I don't know how they're going to do it, but it is going to be a tough second half for Ghana. Anyway, let's talk to one caller and await the halftime whistle. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon to you.
Yes, good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon to the guys in the studio.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Yinka Sports, I hail you and I hail everybody there. Yeah, my name is Sariki, Chelsea. That's why I say no Chelsea, no football.
All right.
My regard to the big doctor, Dr. Larry Zamuje.
Yes, so thank you.
And Julius Fosa Yahweh himself, the man that flipped so much.
Good afternoon.
I want to say something about this Ghanaian team. I don't want to say that I think the Ghanaians have given the Uruguay so much respect, and they came into this game with that revenge in their mind. Instead of holding them and they playing at least to instruction, maybe the instruction of the manager is not even working. The changes are not there. The starting lineup was not that excellent. And the performance they play with fear and the anger on their mind. And it has shown that they cannot do anything in this game if they continue this way. 2 goals is not too much. If they strategize in the second 45 minutes and face the Uruguay and square them, maybe they can get something out of this match, possibly a draw. But if they keep on this anger and the revenge in their mind, the challenge will be completed in the second 45 minutes. That means it will be up to 5 or 6-0. They should bury anything about revenge and face this match squarely. Honestly.
Okay.
I want to say congratulations to the Koreans for holding Portugal. Yes, up to this 1-1 in the first 5 is a good match. How I wish this match with Ghana will be 1-1 at this interval. Then second 45 will continue the game. I wish Ghana the best. I don't know why people are wishing them bad, because there's some Nigeria who are not ready to go to the World Cup. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, let's get some updates from FJ.
Yes, indeed. Sports Amazon, 7 minutes in to the added time as far as this one's concerned. Uruguay had an opportunity from Fede Valverde. It was an out-swinging free kick. It was headed over the bar by Jose Maria Giménez. Then on the 6th minute of the added time, Facundo Pellistri chased down a loose ball in the penalty area, but was quickly blocked off by Daniel Amartey, who had to come to the rescue of Ati-Zigi. who was not inspiring anything there. Of course, he was holding his face, Facundo Pellistri, expecting the referee to blow, but nothing absolutely came out of it. And that one, of course, was moved on. And from the subsequent launch of the ball downfield, Ghana had an opportunity, and there was a long ball over the top that was sent the way of Iñaki Williams, but he could not take the ball under his control. He's had a very torrid tournament, Iñaki Williams, Sports Amazon. He's not gotten the chances he would normally get. The first game was the only moment where he could have stamped his authority on the Ghanaian shirt, but he's really not enjoyed himself. He's not gotten the service he normally gets at Athletic Club Bilbao. We're now in the 8th minute of added time as far as that game is concerned. Ghana and Uruguay, 2-0 to the Uruguayans. And it's going to be a long break in the dressing room for the boys. The referee's whistle has gone at half. The referee's whistle has gone for halftime. Sports Amazon. It's Ghana 0, Uruguay 2, and André de Ayew, the coach Otoado, and some key figures in this team. They need to step up.
Indeed.
And talk to themselves.
Indeed, they need to really step up. They need to have some frank talk in the dressing room. Yes, and so let's just wrap it up. It's halftime for this game. Ghana are trailing Uruguay 2-0. That is the situation. Let's see what happens in the second half. But of course, we'll be back once the second half gets started. But now let's go for the halftime show powered by NIVEA Deep.